All right, so this is part two, Africa's gift to America by J. Rogers. Let's go to page 90 and 91. All right, it's talking about the Issachar, how they look. It says what? The Mexicans had never become reconciled to their loss, and to make it worse, the Americans regard them as niggers. All right, so if the so-called Mexican wasn't Israelites, why would they call niggers, man? All right, why would they call niggers by Esau, man, if they wasn't Israelites? All right, and prove that they was called a bad word, man. All right, it says proving that they it was called bad word, and they was still dark skinned. All right, so you know they wasn't all wiped out as Esau like to push in the school system, like these guys in full pay Israelite like to push out, man. It says Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37 said, "Thou shalt become astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, where the Yahweh shall lead thee." Right, all right. And they like talking about, well, what the Mexicans say? A lot of them still dark skinned, man. They over there in Spain. All right, you got some over there in the Philippines, wherever they scattered, man. All right, they saw they mixed in on the other nations. All right, and the word niggers actually in the scriptures, man. It said what? Acts chapter 13 verse 1. It said, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas, Simeon that was called nigger, Lucius of Syrian, Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the tetrarch and Saul. All right, and to prove this word right here, man, it's not Niger, man. It's actually pronounced nigger. All right, so I'm gonna prove it.
Strong's G 3526. Niger.
All right, which means dark, man, black. All right, dark is the darkest brown color that give off a blackish look. That's all right. So it says what? Nigger, black, surname of prophet Simeon, putting the Israelites for the dark skinned people, and also in this instance to prove that Issachar, the so-called Mexican, wasn't all bleached out or cut off by the seed of Esau, the Edomites from Spain, man. It says what? We'll continue to read right here. Frederick Law Olmsted, who visited Texas both before and after the Republic, tells of almost open war between the two of the assassination of burning homes. They, the Mexicans, all right, this Issachar, he said, hate and fear the ascended race and involved to associate and sympathize with the Negroes. All right, so they would sympathize with their brothers, the tribe of Judah, man. In America, they were treated as outlaws, regarded as niggers. One white man told this Edomite, told Olmsted, why they're as black as niggers and 10 times as treacherous. All right, so proving that the people wasn't cut off by the seed of Esau from Spain, man, as people like to push, man. All right, so you know we GMS, man, we deal with facts, man. We don't go in emotions and what Esau taught us in schools and stuff, man. All right. If we do find the Edomite source, we triple check it, man. Make sure it's correct, man. All right. So you go right here. Brothers like to tell me why some light skin, all that, man, because the mixing, man. I believe the word is missing the nation. All right, this means mix. All right, so you know, remember why it really mixed, but you are the seed of your father. It says what? Ephraim, on the northern kingdom, Ephraim had mixed itself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. All right, so when you got like a pancake on a hot grill, one side is dark, one side is light, man. All right, so let's see what mixed Bala. All right, a strong dictionary of Bala. All right. It says right here, mingle, confound, anointed, mix, give, product, tempered. All right, to mix, mingle, confuse, confound, to mingle, confuse, to mix, to give proper, All right, it says to mix oneself among others, to fade away. All right, it said below primitive denomination H1098 to fodder, to overflow, precipitate oil, imitation, to mix, to fodder, to anoint, confound, to fade, mingle, mix, self, progenitor, temper. All right, so let's go to H1 1098 to fodder corn. Feed for cattle. It says right here something mixed, especially messlin, considering several kinds of grain as wheat, barley, vetch, and other seeds. Right, so they mix the thing for cows and stuff, man. All right, so even they mix themselves among the other nations, man. During the colonization times, man, it's a process been fulfilled, and that's why you got. You got the Northern Kingdom, they from charcoal dark to very light, man, with blonde hair, blue eyes, man, because they meant to fit that prophecy, man. Here go another book. It's about the prophet Hosea 7:8 down in Mexico, Costa's painting. All right, by Ilona Katsu. All right, they were a Judite man and the Issacharite woman. They got that child's a Judite, man. All right, so it says right here, it says the Patriarchal genre known as Casa painting is one of the most compelling forms of artistic expression of colonial Mexico. Created as sets of conceptual images, the works portray racial mixing among the three major groups inhabited by the continent: Indians, Issachar, Spaniards, Esau, Africans, that's Judah, all right, because they're not Africans, all right. So there you go, man. Historical reference, man. All right. You go, there's a car right there. You see it, various colors, man. All right. All right. See right here, different names, man. All right. Let's see. To the bottom, I'm looking for something in here. All right, you see right here, look, they go. You can't go by somebody being dark skinned. Here's the example of either might, a black woman to go to child, and then what? That child grew up as a dark skinned child, still the offspring of that child right here is an Edomite, man. You can't go by skin color, man. So you got tears, man. Among both tribes down there in Mexico, man. All right. So you just can't go by skin color, man. It's a bunch of bull crap, man. All right. Let's see it right here. All right, Judite and this car woman again. All right, let's see. All right, let's see different examples and stuff, man. And you could go through this book yourself. All right, there you go, right there. Look, unknown artist D India, where Mestizo produced Coyote Indian. All right, which is Issachar. You get this. I hope you all could see this, man. All right. It says Indian and Mestizo produced Coyote. All right, so it got Issachar father. Then you have what a Terra mother. All right. All right, so let me see. Then India. No, Salak, that's the woman. All right, that's Indian, the father Mestizo. But anyway, if it was reversed, it was a man. If it was the man that was Indian, and the woman, and if it was the man that was Indian, the woman Mestizo still produced. It's like child, man. But That's a terror right there. But if it's in reverse, it was a thing. But it did happen down there like that, man. Okay. But I had just proven that all the Indians, the car right down in Mexico, they wasn't cut off, man. All right, so here go. They put in the ghettos down there. Page 40. Prove they still alive. Says Spaniards delineate the resident area for themselves in the Indian majority in the densely populated valley of Mexico. The conquistadors carved out a special area for themselves and their slaves in the center of the city known as Traza, a layout predicated on the grid. The Indians were distributed in several barrio districts, which is another word for just ghetto, man. In the areas surrounding the Traza were forbidden from living in the center. This segregation policy was initially designed for defensive purpose as the Spaniards feared possible Indian uprisings. It was supported by religious mendicants as a way of isolating the Indian neophytes from the corrupt Spaniards, keep on exploiting their labor as well as from their African slaves. What I say, because they believe that keeping all the Indians together would greatly ease their conversation to the Christian faith, man. All right, so they put them in the ghettos, man. So it's Deuteronomy 28, 43, verse 44, man. All right. The stranger should get high above, then you be the tail, man. I mean to butcher it, all right, but that's how it goes, man. All right. So I proved that all the seed of Issachar wasn't eradicated by Esau. All right. But all right, so let's go right here and see. Let's see what else. Yeah. Look, I sworn I had another scripture. I don't know where. Let's see. That's not it. All right, but it says, and I'm just going here. I ain't gonna get no headache looking for this scripture, man. It says in Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9, that Israel's a speckled bird, man. All right, so even among the southern kingdom, man, you had various looks, man. All right, so in this book right here, they came before Columbus, the African president, ancient America. All right, page what? Let's see, 242. It says right here. All right, this book is by Ivan van Sertima. Okay. It says the Portuguese raided for slaves on the Guiana coast in 1444. For example, records that when Israelite captives in the mid-15th century were exposed to sail in Lagos, Portugal, it was truly a thing astonishing to behold. For among them there was some nigh white, others were black as Ethiopians. Or again, some was nigh white, other was black as Ethiopians. All right, so they go among the southern kingdom, man. You had people that was very, very light-skinned. Okay. All right. And you had people that was charred, what they say that, when I grew up at charboy black. All right. Okay. So let me get this book right here. 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. Let me get page 42. All right. This is by J. Rogers 2. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to read this right here. It says, Bernadette was swarthy and his hair was woolly. It says right here, let me get this. Henry D. Rofford, famous French journalist, attempt to prove that Bernadette was a Jew. He said Bernadette had woolly hair and a hook nose, so common among Jews. All right. So this guy had a hook nose, man. All right. It proved, because you guys like talking about, oh, well, the hook nose among Issachar. All right. Because you go over here, because brothers like to talk smack, man. I remember I heard folk be talking about the hook nose and stuff, man. We always did have, some of us had a hook nose. All right. Because this says what the upper left. In this J. Rogers book, Sex and Race, Volume 2. So go to Issachar, one with a hook nose. All right, and you got the different phenotypes, man. So-called mixing, man, but some of Southern Kingdom, they already had the hook nose, man. All right. Let me get this scripture, man. Let's see, Isaiah. Ooh, I hope it comes up. I hate when it does that, man. It's sake. All right, but anyway, 48:1. It says what? It said, "Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, are come forth out of the waters of Judah." All right, because Judah represents what? Dark skin. All right, out of the dark chocolate, you got what? Various shades of color, man. All right, from dark to very, very night to very light, who would swear by the name of Yahweh and make mention of God of Israel, the power of Israel, but not in truth nor in the righteous. All right, but it said what? Are come forth out of the waters of Judah, man. So you're going to have various skin colors, man. Because only a dark-skinned man can produce various skin colors. All right, and then we'll continue to read right here. It says, many Negro Moroccans of almost pure type noses, and even America I've seen African Americans, so you're talking about Judites, with hook noses. It is a mistake to imagine that all Negroes, even of the pure stock, have flat noses. All right, some have faces that are in Grecian in profile. All right. So I look, so we got some like dark skin, they Israelites, but they look like dark skin Edomites due to the facial features, man. All right, but they are Israelites, not Edomites, man. All right, so our Israel gene pool is diverse, man. Even among the Southern Kingdom, it says what? It said the Pews or the Negro Jews of West Africa had so-called Semitic profiles. All right, it says right here, in France and Spain, Portugal, there are Negro Jews with woolly hair. All right, it says, all right, but it says right here, it said the Pews and Negro Africa has Semitic profiles. All right, but what do they look like? But I have no Semitic profiles, man. All right, so go on to another book. All right, and this is my new destroyer right here, man. All right, so let's see, page. I'm gonna go to page. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump to the major cut, page 125. This is a book, Black Crescent. All right, we're talking about the Fula people. All right, what I just read about in 100 Amazing Facts about the News. Something called Fula. All right, so they call them different variations of that name, man. So like if I pronounced it wrong, Here, page 125, Black Crescent. It says, while they were under suspicions, had no conduct their observations clandestinely, Rodriguez estimated that many as 1/3 of the old surviving Israelites in Bohel were Mokamedi Old Mele. That of the group Nagos were the most influential. That of the Nagos from such urban centers as Oyo, Alora, Aisha were almost where Mucimus, Melis, Ola Mucula Monados. All right, it says the Nupe Tapos were great reduced in number, were also Muslims. Most were women, mostly women who still spoke their native tongue as did Nagos. The same was true of the Mande speakers as Barnos Canari. All right, those Israelites documented in the book from Babylon 2:2. Adamos and all the Israelites probably reference to the Fube, Husa, and Kanor person from Islamic Emirate of the Adamawa, what is now northern Cameroon. All right. Rather than non-Muslims from such groups such as Dura and Bobo from the same area, Muslims who were nearly extinct in Bahia, pure Fube, black people of white race. Now, why do they call it? Because they had a unique facial features, man. All right, they had straight nose, thin lips. All right, it said were remembered by as living as having once been Bahia, identified by their copper red color, nearly straight adulting hair. It says Rodriguez numerical estimate consistent with report of Dinjinguez, who maintained that as many as 1,000 African descent Muslims, the Israelites, remained in Bahia and Rio de Janeiro as late as 1907. But it says what? It said copper red color, all right, nearly straight hair and adulting hair. Adulting near straight hair, man. All right, so people look like various got various phenotypes and colors, man. All right, so you go to page 52. It says it said referring, still reading about the same people, referring to as African Muslims, Mandingos. Edwards particularly intrigued by the tribe among them called it might be Pule or Fule, all right, but it's Fulani, all right, Fube, Salak is Fube, Fulani or Fube, that seems to be constitute the link between the Moors and the Negroes, properly so called. Describing Fube skin is less glossy black, and their hair is soft and silky to the touch, though bushy and crisp. All right. All right, so there goes another. Here you go right here, page 77. It says, in event the mandate among these immigrant descendants was associated with East Indians and called Indian from Africa. This may refer to the silky hair textures of the savannah people or their similar facial bone structure, but it may also derive from the similar veil headdress of Indian and Mande women. All right, and this is the group they talking about right here. It said one of those interviewed the children and grandchildren of these immigrants between 1966 and 1972. Her findings speak to a whole wide range of interests regarding the African experience in Trinidad. All right, there is like experience in Trinidad, an experience that included Muslims among conformists, the Fube, Yoruba Muslims, and Hausa was well remembered. The Hausa were even more so than the Mande or the Mandingos. This probably reflected the circumstances in Baita Bene during the first half of the 19th century, in which the Holy Road produced Muslim, non-Muslim captives alike. Okay. So, you know how people had different features, man. All right. So, you know, you just can't go by what somebody looked like and all this, man. Just being carnal, man. All right. Let's see. It says January 9, 12, 1782, publication Charleston Royal Gazette sought to return of Sambo or Sam, described having yellowish complexion and his hair is pretty long. All right, being of the Fula country. All right. Go right here. It says June 17, 1766 edition of Charleston, South Carolina Gazette and Country Journal features an ad in which Robert Darrington sought the return of one Musa, or it's not correct word is Masha, what people call Moses, a yellow fellow is the Fula country. All right, so you know people had different features, man. All right, right here about squash, page 148. It says what in likelihood that Squash had attempted mutiny and increased bad, the captain refused to deny him while aboard the ship, as had been loose on the ship one and that was once too often. He finally allowed to stand in spite of cramps, gauze, felt the constant confinement. He was a commanding figure. His clear-cut, eloquent feature, means sharp nose and thin lips, were extremely dark like a Moor. His straight black hair and beard, matted, foul from neglect, were not kinky. He was obvious not a Negro. I said this was Esau like to say. Well, he was a so-called Negro, man, but he had a different, unique feature, man. All right. So, you know, our people, they come in a variety of colors, man. All right, and the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native American are the Israelites of the Bible. All right, the so-called Mexicans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So, Shalom.